Okay, hello everybody. Hello Lancaster.
I think being part of something bigger than just yourself is really important. So I think creating something that can happen all over the world is like the best thing about events like this.
I think just that we're all together and that women and men and just people from the town together showing they stand up for what they believe in and show that
Trump.
Yeah, against it. Yeah.
It's very nice having people demonstrating against Trump, and I hope that we have that in France too.
Today there are women-led marches and gatherings happening all around the world. We're part of a global movement that says no to the politics of division and hatred.
This event is important to me because it's identifying with people all around the world who would rather build bridges than put up walls.
We're here to focus and build on our strength and discover what we might achieve together.
Obviously, Donald Trump is now President of the United States, and somebody that isn't being charged for sexual harassment claims should not be in such a position of power. And I just think it's really important to talk about these current events and to protest about them before they just become overshadowed by the hatred that he promotes.
The problem is that he hasn't got a clue, he's completely incompetent, and so he's addressing that incompetence by filling the White House with far-right white nationalists, people who are against women's reproductive rights. He's filling it with racists, he's filling it with neo-Nazis, and it's really important that we all stand together and say no, that we're not going to accept this.
For me personally, is to show my daughter that she can stand up for something important and what she believes in, and that I think that it's important that this event happens so I can show her that she can be a part of something as well.
What's important about this event for me is that I'm taking part, that I actually was able to get up out of bed today and rely on the help of a social carer. There are a lot of women who can't actually get outdoors at the moment because they don't have the social care that they're entitled to.
It's important to me just to show lots of other people who feel the same way and to bring people together.
I'm drawing huge strength right now from all the other people who are protesting, who are saying, we care as well, you're not alone. So I want to be one of those people for other people who says, you're not alone.
Instead of everybody being angry in their own space, behind the computers, behind their screens, feeling isolated and alone, to link up with others, to feel some positive energy and to feel we can actually do something about it.
An event like this helps to facilitate shared views, compassion, shared compassion, shared understanding.
This event is important because it brings me and so many other people hope and solidarity, and you're not scared anymore because you see this massive community and how positive it is.
I think it'd help to give courage and support to people that are standing up for themselves and facing difficult times and difficult odds, whether it's a war situation or a protest situation or rebuilding the community, to know that there's love out there for them.
If you just watch a lot of this stuff on TV and social media, you can just become very depressed. It's very energising to come together with other people.
Well, all of this, everyone's kind of just being friends, basically, everyone's singing together, it's all positive stuff. And there's a place for getting angry and fighting, but I think there's also a place for this kind of thing. And it's just important to boost morale, really.
I would like this event to help to increase understanding between groups and to help people to actually inquire about what it's like to be different from themselves.
I would really love it if all the photos from all these events got brought together and actually had some effect and reached Trump. That would be brilliant.
I would love this event to bring about some kind of change in people's attitudes, that we are all humans, we're all people, and we shouldn't be hating each other.
I would like it to sort of kick off something where we all realise that we can't be blasé about this stuff, that the minute you stop caring about each other and thinking about the future, that this is the type of thing that takes over, that it's very insidious, the message that we're all against each other.
I'd love this event to bring people together, to get people thinking about the intersections between racial injustice, gender injustice, class injustice, and to start thinking collectively about how we need to support each other, show solidarity with one another and protect each other's rights. They're all under threat at the moment.
I think maybe inspire more people locally towards activism and getting involved. We were just talking how there was no women's group at Lancaster University and might even set one up.
I would love that this event was the springboard to more events in Lancaster and around this area.
I'd like it to have a local impact in that local people get together about all the issues that the Trump presidency and administration has for us. It's a global issue. But I'd also like it to have a global impact that, people across the USA know that we're in solidarity with them, and Mexico and all the other countries that Trump affects.
I think it's so important to have a voice. Like when I came here today, I felt finally I could have a voice, because usually you get all these messages from the media and you talk to other people in your home or in your work or whatever, but now here I feel like surrounded with other people, and that's really good impact even for the future, because these things are possible to do.
I would love this event to have some sort of positive impact, and for people who maybe support Trump or support the hateful messages he spread around, to maybe have their perceptions changed and see that this is not okay and this is not how the world should be.
I'd love the world to know that there are lots of people out there who don't agree with those who would rather we were divided.
I would just love people to see it and to see that people aren't taking this lying down, and just be influenced by it and know that there's another path and we don't have to just kind of just deal with it. The worst thing is people saying, oh, just deal with it, it's happened now. No.
I would like this to leave people considering what we have in common, like Shylock's blood. Do I not bleed? And there's been too much bleeding going on, and it's mostly men who create the bleeding. And that is a difficult one to deal with.
You can follow her because she's a warrior and she won't worry you. As long as you don't bother her, she can lean on me, she'll like the queen bee, battle on the dance floor, fighting for her liberty. Smash it, like the patriarchy, gonna cash it, getting paid for her art, see. So you better check yourself before you erect yourself. They're telling us protect yourself, but we ain't getting left there on the shelf. If you're misogynistic, we will resist it. Not gonna be turned into another statistic. Not gonna tolerate what you're putting on the plate. It's not too late for a feminist update.
My hopes for the future are that we actually sort of run rings around some of the people who think they're in charge of our planet at the moment, and that we just break down the rubbish that's being sold to us about fracking and about what we should be doing, and about nationalism and about borders and walls, and just to keep fighting for our Mother Earth.
I guess my hopes for the future is that we can kind of move beyond all of this, that we're all getting dragged down into people being set against other people, and that actually we should realise that we do all have more in common with each other than we think.
I would love to see a world that runs on clean energy, that's sustainable, that actually cares for the future of this incredibly fragile, precious, unique spaceship that we're on, that we run on love, not greed. And I'd like this event to keep people supported in reaching that dream.
My hopes for the future are equality, not just for women, but for everybody.
My hopes for the future are that people's voices are heard and that they are listened to.
My hope for the future is that the sort of swing towards the fascist movement and the right wing is kind of counterbalanced by everyone else, and that the future is better than what's going on at the moment. Hope, I guess. Yeah, just hope.
I actually hope for the future that politicians can start to make a difference. That the politicians that are supposedly in agreement with us that we shouldn't be dividing society and we should be helping the less fortunate, it should be more inclusive of everything, and they start doing something. And this event, I think, first of all, it does really show solidarity with the people in America. And I'm getting all upset now.
Well, I'm not feeling very optimistic at the moment, but my hope of optimism is that because things will get so bad with Trump, that there'll be a surge of political energy and, action.
I spent so many nights just thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along, and so you're back for my space.
My hopes for the future is that this Trump getting in brings people together and puts a fire in people's belly. Saying we're not okay with this isn't cool. We don't want the big leader of the West to be this person. What he stands for isn't okay, and we have a right to voice that and come together.
Women's rights, LGBT rights, minority rights, I think will hopefully come into a wider fight against issues that we're facing together.
I'm an immigrant, and I'm bisexual. I just want a future in which I can be proud of these things. I'm proud of these things, but I can keep being like I am without hiding.
I hope that people will come to these events, more people will speak out, more people will make their opinions heard, and it's easy to step back and it's easy not to speak out, especially when you're younger. I think our generation, it's easy to hide behind phones, it's easy to hide behind social media, and although they are so useful tools, you also need to be present and make your voices heard.
I would hope that my children, teenagers, all of them, would be encouraged to be involved in building the future that they need.
I'd say my hopes for the future to encourage a society that isn't afraid of people like Trump and other people who have similar beliefs, and not be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. I'd say that's my biggest hope.
Hopes for the future, well, obviously just an end to everything that has made last year so terrible, and just to return to what we're supposed to have, which is an idea that we're not all that different, and just an end to hatred, basically, and I want people to, in a way, look back as well and see that where we're heading is where we've already been, and it's no good, and just so people are ready to fight.
My hopes for the future are that we won't go down the route of every nation for itself, but that we all remember that we're actually all one.
My hopes for the future are that instead of projecting eneminess onto other people, whether they are immigrants, people stealing your jobs, people coming in from outside, other people with different political views, that people start seeing it's a common humanity, and the real enemy is the stuff that's behind there that's making us live in such an inhumane world. That we can get beyond that and start thinking of creating a world that is more inclusive, a society that takes care of each one of us, and finding a way to move forward and seize our agency back.